Tanner, the defensive tackle, or a defensive tackle for the Eagles. Questions for Tanner, please. We'll go first row, right side, over to Dan.
Tanner, just what you can say about the defensive line, you know, returning as a leader but having some changes there, just what you've seen in the spring from the D-line, maybe some guys that are stepping up, and then secondly, your leadership role and how you're handling that.
Yeah, obviously last year we had a really talented group of guys, a lot of guys leaving. But we have a lot of talented young guys coming up. Some guys who've played in the past. Marcus Valdez, the guy, gained a lot of confidence, I think, last year. Played on third down. And Brandon Barlow, I think, has another step he can make this year, which will be good for us. And we got a lot of other young guys coming up, too, who need big camps. So. Yeah, leadership-wise, you know, during the off-season, I've been trying to get everybody together as much as I can, build as much chemistry as possible. I've been doing everything I can to get the guys, you know, extra work, film work, everything we can do, you know, to bring those guys along. And I think it's going well.
Tanner, to your left, third row.
Bob Holliday, WRL.com, Tanner. You guys averaged a very respectable fifth in the league in scoring defense. But as you alluded to, 8 players graduated. The losses seem to be kind of evenly distributed among the defensive line and the secondary. What has to happen with talented but less experienced players? What has to happen this year for you guys to achieve the same kind of success that you had last year?
I would say that we just need a big camp in order to find our own personality. We need to make a conscious effort to find that personality during camp, and we need young guys who have no experience to be able to provide depth and come along in a way that they can provide value.
Tanner, from the podium, you got your first career start last year on September 1st, and by the end of the season, your stats were pretty impressive, which translated to you becoming a more experienced ball player. What did you learn about yourself during the course of those 2 or 3 months?
I played a lot the year before, but I didn't really have the confidence that I gained from last year. Having that experience will put me in a position where I understand my weaknesses better and I can improve upon those during this season.
Again, from the podium, comment on your quarterback, Anthony Brown. How tough is it to practice against him, and what do you see of him from the sidelines?
Yeah, Anthony challenges us day in and day out. Every practice is a challenge for us. You know, the tempo makes us better. It prepares us for all the conference games. Yeah, we just need to be aware of that. So I would say the tempo is a big deal for us.
We're going to go back to Bob Holliday on the third row, and then we will come back to the first row on our left.
Tanner, there were a whopping 18 punts returned for touchdowns last year. 3 of those came at from Boston College. What kind of an upper is it for a defense to get a stop, force a punt, and then watch your guy take it to the house?
Oh, it's huge. Special teams is a big deal to us. I mean, that's on our plaque on the wall at home base. To have that, you know, it's basically a huge swing of confidence for us. It puts you in a position to come out the next series and have even more confidence.
Stay on the left side, Tanner, right here in the first row.
Hey, Tanner, Steve Reed from the Associated Press. You guys are in a division with Clemson. They're come in, obviously, as overwhelming favorites. How do you guys approach that, and how do you deal with that, knowing that there is such a powerhouse in conference?
Yeah, I would say that our focus right now is just on the starter. We have a tough starter in Virginia Tech. Keeping that in the back of mind, we played them tough last year, Clemson, and I think we'll have that same mindset going in this year. But it's just a game-by-game basis for us. We have a lot of tough games this year.
Tanner, your final question here from the podium. We asked about how it is to practice against Anthony Brown. What is it like being on the other side of the football from teammate A.J. Dillon?
Yeah, AJ's, you know, he's an energizer. He gives our defense a lot of energy when we're on the sideline. We see him running down the field, you know, making big plays. Gives us confidence. It lets us know that we can do our thing, and not have to worry too much about that.